Hi, welcome to Evelyn's Oven. So, a lot of stuff has been going on. First, I went to the grocery store today and I got some organic stuff. I got carrots, a beet, some celery, and the good stuff is the celery. For today, I'm going to make split pea soup with beets and carrots and celery. I have about a pound of split peas. I have some butter, 2 tablespoons of butter. I have, so I was looking up some recipes for split pea soup, and I found that most recipes add ham, leftover ham, ham bone, ham whatever. I don't eat ham or use ham, so I am going to make a vegetarian style split pea soup. And I'm going to use the Instapot because this thing is fabulous. I love it. It has a saute button here, so I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to melt my butter. Oh, you know, I have to go to Costco to get the butter because they seem to have the organic stuff that I like. So I've got that. And so I would say about a cup of carrots and a cup of celery and a cup of onion was your typical recipe. But because Brian doesn't like onion, I think he just doesn't really like the texture. So I'm going to cheat and use onion powder. But I'm just going to use a little bit just for the flavoring of the broth and the soup part. And I have thyme here and I have dried parsley. So what I love though about celery is when I go to the grocery store, I always look for the celery that has the most leaves. These beautiful big colorful leaves. They have the most flavor. And I do not discard leaves unless they're bad. If they go bad, then of course I throw them away. So I'm going to just dice this up in small little pieces, including the leaves. The leaves is like the best part to me. I was sitting there thinking, well, what can I do to still add that little bit of onion flavor to season the soup and not miss it, but still make my honey happy? So that's what I thought. Okay, we'll just use a little bit of onion powder. You know, when we're sauteing all the vegetables, that's what we'll have to do. So I think I've got about a cup here. I can hear my butter starting to melt. So even though this is quicker, I don't think it by any means, just because I don't have it under a burning fire, that I'm making any cheated steps other than time, right? I'm just trying to save time and show you can still have really good soup, and this is really good for soup. It really, after I'm done sauteing the vegetables, it pressure cooks the beans or lentils, in this case split peas. It cooks them so they're not, you know, they're easily cooked anyway. That's what I'm trying to get at. This just makes it really quicker and just, you know, dissolves them really easily, I guess you could say. So a lot of people add the ham because they want that smoked flavoring. Also, maybe the texture too, I don't know, but we're going to add beets. Now I know beets kind of bleed through a lot, but we're going to add it to the vegetables. It is a root vegetable. So, and then I'm going to add a little bit of bacon bits because it has the smoked flavoring, as well as a little bit of smoked paprika. So all these combined should make it still really, really good. I should be wearing an apron. No. So I'm going to put in my celery. Gonna put in some carrots. Whoops. A little, they always try to get away. Ah, they fall on the floor can have it until I can clean them up, but okay. I'm gonna cut a couple more carrots. So I went to Rayleigh's today, and I like going there because, you know, it's convenient. They have a lot of stuff to offer, deli-wise, bread, and also the bank that I bank with is in there, so it makes it nice and convenient. I can just go make my deposit and then go shopping. One-stop shop. I love it. Okay, so here's my beet. I bought an organic beet, and I just bought one for tonight's dinner. I'm going to cut it in half. I already washed it. Now I'm just going to cube it. Kind of just slice it up on this end and then turn around and slice it up on the other end. There we go. I'll throw away that puppy. I don't want huge pieces. Okay, so I'm just gonna, I kind of want it small, cube small. I don't know if you can see my cutting board or not, but see they are really small. Because pea soup is kind of, it's like a gritty, but then it's creamy. Oh, and that's the other thing. I need broth. So if you wanted to make this vegetarian, that's easy. Just don't add meat and add your substitute stuff. Or you can even add turkey bacon. I was going to do that, and I decided, nah. For the broth, you can make this when you add water to these vegetables. So I've got those coated. Now I'm going to put in my beets. If you don't like beets, you don't have to throw those in. I just wanted to put a twist on this soup because beets, I think, don't get as much attention as, you know, maybe potato or carrots or any other root vegetable. Usually I buy them in a can that they're already pickled and they're good in salads. But they're also good if you just throw some olive oil on them, salt and pepper, and bake them or broil them. They're really good. I'm just going to cut a couple more slices here. Beets definitely stain. So this is kind of like a Christmassy soup, you could say, because beets are red and the soup is green. You have like a red and green Christmas. Oh, look at my hands are red. So I'm stirring this around, sauteing these vegetables a little bit. So now I'm going to add the seasonings. So I've got the smallest spoon here. It's, let's see, I think it's a quarter of a teaspoon. Yeah, a quarter of a teaspoon of onion powder. Oh, won't fit in there. Let's just do this. Let's just take the lid off. So we got a quarter of a teaspoon of onion powder. Again, I love onions. If you love onions, dice up a cup of onions and put in there. I'm doing this so we don't have that texture of the oven or the onions. I'm trying to get ahead of myself here. Now we have thyme. You can use fresh thyme. You can use dry thyme, a quarter of a teaspoon. I'm going to put 2 of those in there with the thyme. And then let's do, so the bacon bits I'm just going to throw in about a half teaspoon. And then smoked paprika, I'm going to do 1/4 of a teaspoon. Again, I want some of that smoky flavor, but I don't want to add meat. I guess what I could have done too is I could have sauteed 2 slices of bacon, turkey bacon, and put it in here. That definitely would have made it smoky. And then crisp it up to put it on top. Oh man, I can smell, oh, smells really good. That thyme with the smoked paprika. Ooh. Some smokiness going on in here. So you can make this vegan even if you don't want to use butter. You could use olive oil. And to make it vegan, you just use water. After you saute these vegetables with the seasonings, add your water, which I'm going to do now, and or chicken broth. I use half and half. Okay, so let me grab my, I just need a cup. Here, I thought when I was getting prepared for this video, I thought I had everything out. I always, and I say always, forget something or didn't think about something I might need. But water is easy and fast to get. So here goes. This is about 2 cups of water. We give this a whirl. So it's loosening up all the butter, all the seasonings, and my water. I'm going to have you look. I'm going to pick you up and take you with me so you can look at this. So, and look, we got our Christmas tree up. Isn't that pretty? I bought that online and it was a pre-decorated tree, so I didn't have to do any of the work this year. I know it's crazy, but decorating's most of the fun. So if you look at that, you've got the beets are turning it a color, the color red, and that's okay. It's okay if our soup turns out purple, or we'll see. It's a new adventure, right? So you got the beets, you got the carrots, you got the celery, we got onion powder. Oh, you know what? I want to add some garlic too. Garlic. And I'll save the parsley. I'll put some in there in the end, but there you go. There's that. Okay. Hopefully this guy will stay put. Oh, you know what? I was going to add chicken broth. Where is, oh, here it is. It's right in front of me. And I didn't grab, I tried to get all the ingredients out here and ready to go. And it's just not right if I remembered everything, I guess. So this is just chicken broth. So I'm going to use probably a total of 6 cups. So I have 2 cups of water. And this is about 2 cups of chicken broth. Pouring that in. So you can use all water. You can use half chicken broth, half water. You can use half vegetable broth, water, vegetable broth, whatever you want to use. I'm going to give my hands a quick rinse here. They're really red. It's really stained them. Okay, so let's see. I have a pound. I also have my baguette, I guess you call it, bread. I bought it at Rayleigh's. It was only like $2.99, $3 or something. It says all organic bread, so this will probably just take 6 minutes or so. in the oven at 425 degrees. Okay. So I'm going to open this up. Now we still have it on saute. Of course, when I put these in, so I've got 4 cups of liquid in here. I put 2 cups of water, 2 cups of chicken broth. I'm going to add these and then I'm going to add more water. Give it a quick whirl here. Oh, now we got red and green and orange and we've got all kinds of colors going on. Going to add a little bit of parsley. This is dried parsley, so you can use fresh. I figured I'd use the stuff that I have. Okay, so I've added all that stuff. Now I just need more water. And my cup for water is right here. 2, 4, and 6. I just want to make sure there's enough water in there so it's not too thick. If I have to, if it's too thick, I can add water. If it's too watery, I can just take the lid off and have it cook and it'll thicken as time goes by. So I'm going to give this a quick stir. Okay, so I've got all my ingredients in here. I think now I just have to put it and run it on manual for like 15 minutes. So I'm excited to try this with you guys. I'm going to try this too. I'm going to put this in the oven, but I'm going to put this in the oven closer. It's only going to take about 6 to 8 minutes with 425 degrees. I'll probably maybe sprinkle some, oh yeah, garlic. Garlic. Have some garlic here. It's already minced. I'm just going to use this guy right here. This guy right here hasn't been used, so. There we go. We have some minced garlic in there. I'm so excited, you guys. I said, you know, I've been seeing on Facebook, everybody's posting, oh, I made potato soup, or I can't decide between making this soup or that soup. And I said, we've got to make a soup. What kind of soup do you want? And he said split pea, so he's getting split pea. Okay, so I've got my garlic in there, whirling it around. It's very colorful in here. I'm just trying to think at the end if I'm going to add a little cream, because I do have some cream, but we'll see how it goes. I may end up adding some cream to it. All right, so this is going to go on. This is center. Okay, I'm going to turn it off. Manual 15. Now it's starting on its own. All right, guys. I'll meet you back here in a little bit. Let's see what happens. I think we